You're a business management manager, you said? Yep.
So what I'm saying is, like, if you to like most of the cities, both in New York,
Yep.
customer service is pretty bad, and work is pretty like not organized.
Yep.
But I have noticed, like after I stepped in certain companies,
Yep.
that the team has gotten better, so I had to hire other people. So I know that I am good. I
Yep.
like the structure I do, like the teamwork and the front end, back end of different companies. But I would like to do that with different other companies.
Good.
How do I put myself out there?
So there's two things. First thing you have to, so you say that the teamwork has gotten better, you have to quantify that. So here's what companies care about. How to make more money. All of them care about that. So if you can show that because of your strategies, they will save time and or make money, then that's what you lead with. So you have to figure out, when you say the teamwork got better, when you say these systems got better, you say they became more organized, the customer service was better, does that mean that you got customer service interactions that used to take 3 minutes down to 1 minute, which means now I can see 20 different customers that walk in the door instead of 8, which means that that converts to 3 of the 20 buying instead of 1 of the 8. And now your store is making 25% more per month because of that.
Wait, I do have another.
So put them together, and then approach companies and say the first line of the thing. So there's a couple of things you can do. Business card's fine. First, you have to give them more than that. First thing is this: you could literally make a Facebook commercial, and you could say, "What if I told you? What here you do? Who would hire you to do this? What is the position of the person that would hire you to come into the company?" Got it. So you do a video and you say, does the CEO or does the GM of your company know that your customer service is costing the company money? That's the first line of your video. And then what you do is you put that video on Facebook and you target employees of the companies that you want to work for. You target employees of General Electric, employees of Uber, employees of Lyft, employees of whatever. Then what happens? She's sitting here, bored, at her job, looking at Facebook. You guys see the trend? And she's like, and it says literally, does your CEO know that your customer service is costing money? She wants to look good to the CEO. So what does she do? She forwards it to the CEO. And now instead of like random person with like cool style randomly hitting me up as a CEO, I have no idea. What's your name? What is it? Darlene. So instead of Darlene, random person I don't know, emailing me as the CEO, now my employee, who I know, like, because I hired her, has forwarded me something. Guess which one gets a better chance of being seen? That. Then at the end of your video, you said, your video is, does your CEO know that your customer service is costing your company money? For the last 3 years, I've been able to make $50,000 more per year per company based on 3 strategies that I'd love to share with you in my free 10-minute consultation call, number here. And the Learn More button that you hit on Facebook takes them to your calendar, and they schedule a 10-minute phone call with you. And you do that over and over and over again. Guys, social media is simply a gateway into the relationship. It's a knock on the door. You know, in the past, when you had to go to people's houses and knock on their door, that's what Facebook is. It's the virtual knock on the door. Hey, I got something to say to you. Now, the difference is, in the past, you had to go knock on every single person's door, hoping that they needed cable. Now, with Facebook, we know exactly who needs cable. We know exactly whose birthday it is. We know who's pregnant if we're selling them a baby bottle. It's scary. We know the employees of the companies that you want to work for. Make a list of the companies you want to work for. Run that ad. Employees of. Learn how to do this all on Google. How do I target employees of companies with Facebook advertising? The best time ever. The best time ever. Ever, ever to create a profit from your passion. To put yourself in a position. My life's goal is that nobody that I ever talk in front of ever has to do anything that they don't want to do. And there are so many creative ways to do these things. So many creative ways. And so my hope today, and actually I'm going to write out so I'm basically on every single social media platform, and it's just Brian Rashid Global. I give out tons and tons of free content. I hope you guys follow along. Brian Rashid Global. So take a picture, give a follow. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube. But my hope today, guys, for you all really is that this talk has inspired someone, just one of you, to actually do something with the dream. And I really thank you, and I thank Jason for bringing me here. And I hope you guys have an incredible New Year. Please let me know if I can do it.
Yeah, a minute.
Right on time. Did you see that? Okay, 4 minutes late. Jason always gets mad at me.
Okay, so a couple things in terms of what Brian said. You notice that there's videos being taken of the event this week and photos of the event. We do have an SLA Facebook page. All of that information will go up there. The easiest way to find it is to look for me, which is my name on Facebook, and then you can see the link to the SLA page so that you'll be able to have all of these resources. The other thing is that, as I pointed out over the course of the week, many, not all of the people who come to see you this week are friends with me in that particular social media, so you'll be able to connect with them there. Just in case you didn't get this, or this doesn't work for some reason, you spelled his name wrong, or whatever it is. So just as a piece of information. I have 3 things that I got to talk about just to make sure that we're all on the same page, because you're here now. If you're planning to attend the dining etiquette workshop, which is the last workshop of the week, tomorrow afternoon between 3 and 5, we ask that you sign up in advance because we have limited seating for that. You'll see tomorrow that after the Tai Chi, they're going to set up the tables back there. But also, as a side note to that, and I put it in an email, some of you got this, we're going to celebrate Hostos' birthday tomorrow. The college is going to buy a cake, I guess, and give it to us. So it's a great photo op. So if you're planning to be here tomorrow, right around, I think, 1 o'clock, we're going to take the photo with the cake, and then the cake, I think, will be used for the dining etiquette in the last portion of it. So that's that. So if you like cake, it's a good time to come. They usually spend way too much money on cake. We spend less money on cake. And then finally, the volunteering that's going to happen on Monday. If you're planning on joining us for that, I only have 20 spots for that. We're basically making toiletry bags for the homeless, which will be handed out. It's a small activity. It's much more than recent years. It's only 2 hours long. It's pretty close. It's 88th Street, I think, in Manhattan. So we also have a sign-up sheet for that, so that you know that. And I have the 20 spaces, so please, if you want to do that, let us know. There's no pressure to do this. At the end of this entire event, you're going to have the opportunity to sign up for a number of different things, whether it's just to get contact information or to become a member. And we do volunteer projects throughout the course of the year. So we do dedicated 52 volunteer projects every year at the Academy, and we do additional volunteer activities as necessary. So just so that you know, if you can't make that one, that's okay, life will go on. But that's in celebration of Dr. King for the national holiday on Monday. The last thing I'll say is Brian, who's chatting up Roxanne about businesses stuff, come over here so I can close you out.
Learning about your
Go back to that. Yeah. So, Brian was recommended to me by somebody. We have a good time talking to each other. He's been coming back and doing 2 or 3 workshops every year. He does different things each time that he comes. He's a very unique person in terms of his perspective on the world. He didn't even tell you you didn't tell him any of your personal stories.
Not that many.
Right, okay.
It's all about them today.
Yeah. So, he has a really compelling story to tell about his journey. There's a lot of things that you can benefit from knowing in terms of what he does. I'm fascinated about how much he actually does, Because when he talks about like having content and putting it out there, he literally is out there. I literally turn on my computer and Brian Rashid pops up. You know, and it's just there. And if I have the time, because I'm so busy, I check out a little bit of it and I go and I move forward. I mean, that's one of the skill sets that he brings. And again, similar to everybody else that I mentioned this week, he's very willing to mentor people. Not unlike the one-to-one, like I'm going to dig in with you for 45 hours a week. But like if you have a question or you need ideas, similar to what he did today with you, the Q&A, he's willing to do that. And that's one of the benefits of this entire week of you being here, is to meet these individuals who are using their skill set to do the things that they want to do, to make a difference in the world, to express themselves and their leadership skills. And they want to also make an impact, so they want to continue to impact you. And as he said at the end of his workshop, he said he wants to make sure that you're not going to have to do anything that you don't want to do in the workshop. We all have to do stuff that we don't want to do. I had to go and yell at people that we didn't have heat today. But yeah, they put it on finally. It's like going to be 80 soon, so you're going to have to take stuff off, you know, to get comfortable. But so let's give Brian a really for lunch, meet with us. Jabril is here. He's going to make a presentation during lunch. They told me the lunch is hot. What are you waving me off for? See, I told you I was not going to talk that much this week, that the chairs are going to do all the stuff. And then when I get up here, I'm getting waved off. I'm like, okay. I'm not even in charge of my own program.
There's a lot of leaders around you.
Many leaders who do this all the time.
They're empowered.
They are super
You know how many
empowered.
people are scared of the people they work with?
Listen.
Not her.
They're not scared of me at
Like,
all.
homie, wrap it up.
I get messages at 6 o'clock in the morning telling me what I need to do and where I need to be. Yeah.
That's just your wife, or that's...
No, that's my fault.
And then he married a Dominican woman. So
That's all another story.
he's got bosses everywhere.
6 o'clock, are we recording still? 6 o'clock in the morning, I get the message, and it's like, don't wake me up yet. You know, the whole thing, so there you go. And I have an 18-month-old, so that's a whole nother. What? I gotta move? Okay, so we're gonna line up for lunch. Jabril's gonna get set up. Oh, Brian wants a big picture. Can everybody come up? Real quick. Where's the photographer? Turn that camera on.